Hey, what's up, Unbroken Nation? If we are bonding with someone over the chaos of our lives, would it not make sense that moving forward, that chaos is the thing that's going to keep us afloat, right? That's mind blowing. Are you mind blown right now? Because I am. When I heard this, I was like, holy shit, that makes so much sense. Because I bonded with this woman because her background, her childhood was as insane as mine was. And all of our conversations were about the crazy shit that happened to us. Right. And then you tack on drinking, you tack on smoking, you tack on like really insane sex and not necessarily having like boundaries set up and not talking about our wants, needs, interests, values, futures, all the things that happen. Eventually, when that relationship exploded on itself, I was left wondering, like, what went wrong? How could this thing possibly go wrong? Well, it's really simple. I was dating myself. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand who have trauma is that you have to look out for the signs of whether or not you are in a healthy relationship. But I think before you can even go down that path, before you can even consider being in a relationship, let's say this, you have recently got out of a relationship and it was awful. It's the worst one ever, right? Look for things that you learned about yourself in that relationship. What kind of understanding have you come to gather about yourself, about who you are, about the things that you want, about the things that you need from another person, and the things that you were willing to give to someone else? Not every relationship is a failure. There is always a lesson to be learned. There's always something to be taken away from the experiences that we have. We have a better understanding of, I want to be talked to like this, I want to be touched like that, I want to have communication like this, and so on and so forth. You can gather those things, excuse me, from relationships that did not succeed. Dan Savage, if you don't know who he is a sex columnist out in Washington. And he has a podcast called Savage Love, which is incredible. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. He's one of a few relationship podcasts that I listen to. And he always says every relationship that you have is going to fail until it doesn't. And I agree with that to an extent because I think while every relationship may not be successful, I don't know that they necessarily fail because we can put ourselves in a situation and an understanding to learn and take from them. Before you can get to that point, though, coming back to where I was a moment ago, you need to take time, and especially if you're recently out of a relationship, you need to take time to be alone, completely and utterly alone, miserably alone, bored alone, lonely alone, because it is only in the time that you have for self-reflection and being with yourself that you're really going to start to understand who it is that you are as a person.